That's how he do it. Sometimes all he want to do is just show himself as God, you know, show himself mighty. So I take these things from us. He said, Job, I'm going to snatch them. I'm going to take all 10 of your children. I'm going to take all of your cattle. I'm going to take everything that you possess. I'm going to see what you're going to do. He told Tim Tebow, I'm going to take all your accolades. I'm going to try and strip you your confidence. He said, I'm going to let the devil try and strip you that confidence. Let me see what you're going to do. You going to crack up under the pressure and start the party? You going to crack up under the pressure and do all of the things that you never said that you were going to do? Or are you going to vow to me? See, he's looking for you to vow to. He's not looking for you to be perfect. Come on, please get off of that. God is so far from that drill sergeant with that white glove that come in to do inspection on you. He's looking for a way. You know, I heard this story once about this scientist who had 4 monkeys. He put them in the lab and put a big tall pole in the cage with them and put some bananas at the top of the pole. Put the monkeys in the cage. They saw them bananas and they went bananas. They saw them bananas, they shot up that pole. Got halfway up the pole. Scientists turned on some ice cold water. They all fell down. Turned the water off. They ran up to that pole again. Saw the bananas, ran up to that pole again. Scientists wait till they got halfway up that pole again. Turned their ice cold water on and made them come back down. They did it again. And the 4th time they did it. And after the 4th time, they all went and got in the corner and hid right there. And stood there and just looked at the bananas. The scientists took out one of the wet monkeys and put a dry one in. All the wet monkeys sitting in the corner, the dry one, he get in there, he sees the bananas on the pole. He runs to go and dash to get the bananas. Guess what happened? All of the wet monkeys went and pulled him off the pole when he got halfway up. Went to do it a 2nd time. Scientists observed him. He ran all the way, halfway up the pole. The wet monkeys came out the corner again and pulled him back down. He tried the 3rd time. Wet monkeys did the same thing. He tried the 4th time and the wet monkeys did the same exact thing. After that, that dry monkey went and got in the corner with the rest of the wet monkeys. What's the moral of that story? Don't let nobody else's experiences and failures determine how you're going to go between the passages through the hard place. You know what's wrong with us as people? We too used to tradition. Oh, my grandma did it that way. Oh, my great-grandma did it that way. And I can guarantee you that if your great-grandma could change it and your grandma could change it, I guarantee you she'd change it. What am I tell you is, go to the now God. Go to where he is now. In verse 13, it goes on to say, it says that they got in, they got in between the hedges. They got to their high place, crawling on their hands and their knees. Now, Jonathan was the king's son. And they were mocking him. They were making fun of him. And that was his motivation to want to go to the high place. You see, in the early parts of chapter 14, it said that Saul was asleep under the pomegranate tree with a 4th-generation priest, with the 4th-generation grandson of Ichabod. Ichabod meant that the glory has departed. So you mean to tell me that a king who was sitting under a pomegranate tree is a tree. I mean, you don't know what a pomegranate is. A pomegranate, if you bite into it, it's full of seeds. That you wouldn't even enjoy it. You'd be spitting out 20 seeds on one bite. So you mean to tell me I got a king sitting under a tree full of word with the glory has departed. Old stuff. Old stuff. Sometimes the empty wagon needs to make a lot of noise. Because you're going to be making the right noise. Psalm 100 says, make a joyful. Hello. Sometimes we got too much stuff and we're being quiet and people are steady passing us by. Do you know who the rock is? The rock is me. The rock is you. The rock is the church.
That's right.
And we let people get stuck in between the passages because we don't change position. The Bible says that even Jesus succumbed under the pressure. He fell with the cross on his back. Even he succumbed under the pressure. So that right there lets me know that I don't always have to be 100% Superman. That right there let me know. I don't always have to get it right. I don't always have to be perfect or bad. Because it's supposed to be one of my Christian brothers or one of my Christian sisters that's supposed to be like Simon and Cyrene and come and pick it up and help me out along the way. You know what the king's son, armor bearer, told it? He said, whatever you see, we gonna do. Out of 600, only 2 saw it. Sometimes we with the crowd, but they can't see where you're going. They can only relegate you to their experiences. They can always see the old past you. They can't see where you're going. But when you assume the position, what are you looking for? Says that when he got up there, well, it says that they were making a mockery of him because he was the king's son, and the king was under the tree sleep with the glory has departed. You notice in the scripture, it says he didn't even go and tell his father because he would have tried to stop him. And that's just like those monkeys. See, whenever you try and tell some people about where you're going or about what God's trying to do for you, about what God's trying to get to you next, they're telling the wrong people. They don't want to see you. They don't want to see you get to the top. You're telling the wrong people. That's right, and I'm guilty of that. I've been guilty of that. You think they want to see God flourish in your life? You think they want to see you live different than them and get more than them? But one thing I've learned, in between our rock and our hard place, see, we got to go to what we need the most. We're talking about, I got to assume my position sometime in my finances and give a tithe. Sometimes I got to assume the position to get out of my, in between the passages and give an offering. Sometimes I got to assume a position on my hands and my knees to get in between the passages to get to the high place by just giving him some praise or some worship or some time. All he's looking to do is meet you in that secret place every day. And that's it. That's what God's people don't get. When they get in there, when we get in between the passages, when we get in the tight places, we like to give up. We like to quit. We like to stay there. We like to merit on it. I'm getting ready to close. But I'm reminded of these 3 campers that started out up this mountain. They all 3 started out with the same goal in mind, to get to the top of the mountain. One of them, he looked up at the mountain. He had his camper gear on his back. He just, I'm going to chill right here for a minute. I'm going to just chill right here and I'm going to wait till the climate is right before I get ready to go up the mountain. One of the other climbers said, yeah, I'm going to start up this mountain. Come on, brother, we going to go. He got up the mountain. He got halfway up the mountain. He felt that it was too much work getting up the mountain. He got halfway up and he stopped and pitched his tent right there. He said, I'm going to just stop right here. Pitched his tent right there. He was content. There's the 3rd camper that went up the mountain. He looked at the one that decided to stay. And he got halfway up the mountain and he saw the one that hadn't settled in. And that motivated him to want to go up the mountain, to continue, no matter how hard it was. See, he knew the goal, the prize, was at the top of the mountain. He had to consider it worth it to keep on going. And that's what I'm trying to tell you today. Consider it worth it to not quit, to keep on going. I got a friend who lost his son this week. And I went and saw him and I said, man, I don't know what to say to you. I said, that's why I didn't come see you. I don't even know what to say to you. I said, all I can tell you is that I'm praying for you. And I said, as I sat over there and I talked to him, I said, you know, man, I thought about something. I said, you know, I remember how you used to live and stuff. I said, if this is any kind of consolation to you, I said, how about this? I said, how about God felt fit to preserve you, so he gave you a son? Story sounds kind of reminiscent, doesn't it? I said, how about God saw where you were going and saw the destructive end that you were going to have, but he had a purpose for you. So he gave you a son, so that you'll make better decisions, so that you make better choices, so that you realign your goals, so that you get closer to him. And now God's getting his purpose out of you, and your son's purpose is over as well. See, sometimes you got to find victory in the little things. I'm telling you, all people want to do is they want to celebrate big victories. I'm talking about you got to find victory in the little. You got to celebrate the little victories in order to get to the big victories. If you see just a little progress or a little victory or a little something this week, give God a clap. You see God to do just a little victory, a little thing for you this week. That's how you get to the big victories. You thanking for the little ones. So, got to the end, and they crucified him, and they put him in Joseph of Arimathea's tomb, a borrowed tomb. He already knew he wasn't gonna be there. Who rents a tomb? Jesus rented his tomb. Who rented a tomb? But they say, you know what? They say, yeah, he's cold. He's cold and hard as a rock. So we're going to put y'all rock on this slab of rock. Inside this rock. And what we're going to do is, we're going to put a rock in front of the rock. That y'all call a rock. And then we're going to put another rock in front of that rock. Just to make sure. Because of what you said that he was going to do on the third day. Somebody say third day. Today's your third day. Today is the day you get out that rock. Today is the day you go dream again. Today is the day you go believe again. You got to believe in something. Today is the day that you going to start living again. Some of us need to live again. Yeah, clap going for that. Today's the day you going to start. You got to believe this, man. This is a belief type thing. That's how all this stuff started to happen and work. This is a belief type thing. So they put that rock in front of the rock and said, we're going to make sure. But on the third day, the rock slid off the rock. And started getting hot as molten rock. And he looked at that rock that was in front of him and he removed that rock. And he looked at the other one that they had put in front of him and he removed that rock too. And he came out and he said, I'm back, I'm alive. He said, I'm alive. He said, and I am the rock. He said, Peter, upon this rock, I will build my church. Stand to your feet.